Hello and welcome. You're watching HCN News Bulletin. I'm President Avelino D'sa. Let's first look at the headlines. Chief Minister Pramod Sawant has appealed to the Goans not to fear about the Naptha. Sawant said that the Naptha would be transferred from the grounded tanker to the barges and from the barges to the ship that was to arrive in Goa soon. South Goa Collector Ajit Roy held a joint meeting with the officials on garbage waste management in South Goa. Roy informed that the bio-waste management is not responsible for bio-waste but those who generate the waste. State government has finally allotted the beach shacks across the state through the lottery system. President of Shack Owners Association Cruz Cardozo hailed government for holding free and transparent manner in allocation of shacks. Now the news in detail. South Goa Collector Ajit Roy held a joint meeting with the officials on garbage waste management in South Goa. Roy informed that the bio-waste management is not responsible for bio-waste but those who generate the waste. He further said that they have made a list of health clinics, government hospitals and private health clinics which is shared with the Pollution Control Board, in which they have set a scientific guidelines on how to handle such waste.
Bio-waste management is not the responsibility of state. It is the responsibility of those who generate that waste. There are certain guidelines that how biomedical waste should be handled. As a first step, we have made a list of health clinics, government hospitals, private health clinics, and we have shared that list with Pollution Control Board. Pollution Control Board has a scientific guideline on how to handle these wastes. There are two methods. Either you can have a plant for biomedical waste. Government of Goa is considering that proposal also, but that is going out of way. Otherwise, it is the duty of those who are generating this waste to handle it.
So, in that case, any letters or any notices have been sent to these clinics regarding to make their arrangements for
yes. That direction has been given to all those private clinics as well as government hospitals.
So, any scheduled time has been given to comply with that?
There is no specific timeline given to it, but as I said, Honorable NGT had given those directions and only 1 year period was given for that. Almost 10 months are already, 9 to 10 month periods already.
Video journalist Alfred Fernandez from Margao for HCN.
Chief Minister Pramod Sawant has appealed to the Goans not to fear about the Naptha in the grounded ship MT Nu Shi Nalini. Sawant said that the tanker ship had been surrounded by boom which would contain naphtha even if it had to leak by mistake. Sawant said that the naphtha would be transferred from the grounded tanker to the barges and from the barges to the ship that was to arrive in Goa from UAE on 4th.
म्हटला त्याप्रमाणे आम्ही पहिल्यान पहिली त्या कॅप्टन ऑफ दॅट नलिनी शिप, ओनर ऑफ दॅट शिप आणि इवन दो म्हणजे प्रायमा फेसिया आम्ही MPTचे थोडेशे निग्लिजन्स म्हटलं बट DG शिपिंग हॅड गिवन द परमिशन. पण आत्ता आमकां ऑफेन्स कोणाचेर घातला हें म्हत्वाचें ना. आमकां तो नाफ्टा काडून दुसरे कडेन तेच्यान शिफ्ट करप हें चड म्हत्वाचें आसा. ऑल द पीपल आर एट प्रेजेंट, दे आर विथ अस. म्हणजे तूं म्हणशीत की तो जो ओनर जो पळय नलिनीचो ओनर ही इज ऑल्सो विथ अस, कारण अनलेस एंड अनटील विथ हीज कन्सेंट ऑल्सो वी नीड टू डू. त्या खातीर आमी कोणाकूच आतां अरेस्ट कर आनी हें कर म्हणूंक ना, कारण ह्या सगळ्या लोकांक बरोबर घेवन हे आमकां ऑपरेशन्स जे आसा हे ऑपरेशन पयलीं कंप्लीट करपाक जाय. आफ्टरवर्ड्स वी वील थिंक हू इज एट द फॉल्ट, बट आमी पळयतले कारण दे ऑल पीपल आर कॉपरेटींग विथ अस एट दीस मोमेंट. ही इज ऑल्सो देर, सो दॅट त्या खातीर तांकां सगळ्यांक विश्वासान ऑपरेशन आमी पयलीं कंप्लीट.
भंय आसा लोकांक की स्पिलेज जातली बी तशें कांय ना न्ही तुज्या मतीं? म्हणजे तुमी
आमी गेले 3 दीस आमचे कंटिन्युअसली मनीस शिपाचेरूय वता, शिपाचेर ते पळयता, त्या खातीर भंय असो कसलोच ना. नाफ्टा इज फुल्ली इट इज इन दॅट टँक वीच इज अ डबल कोटेड टँक. आणि कारण जर ते लिकेज जावपाचें असली जाल्यार ते खूब पयलीं जावंक शकतालें आसलें, बट आतां कांयच भंय ना, कारण आतां ऑलरेडी वेदरूय क्लियर जालें. त्या खातीर नाफ्टा शिफ्टिंगा खातीर जे आमकां वेवस्थीत वेदर आनी त्या क्लायमेट जे आसा हें आमकां फेवरेबल आसा.
Sir, expenses are borne by MPT or Goa government for the disaster?
गोवा गव्हर्मेंट आत्ताच्या घडीक तरी एट प्रेझेंट डिसिजना प्रमाणे गोवा गव्हर्मेंट कसलोच एक्सपेन्सीस आमी बॉन करिना. वी हॅड ऑलरेडी गिवन अ लेटर टू द MPT. लागलें कितें जालें तें तेंच्यांनी बॉन करचें पडटलें. बट द ओनर ऑफ दॅट शीप ही हिमसेल्फ हॅज एग्रीड एट प्रेझेंट तरी वॉट एवर द एक्सपेन्सीस कितें आहा ते बॉन करपा खातीर. आनी इन केस कितें ऑल द वे आमकां डिफेन्स मिनिस्ट्री दे आर ऑल्सो हेल्पींग लॉट by giving this helicopter and all those things. All people are helping us, including the MPT. They are also helping us. त्यात गोवा गव्हर्मेंटाचेर फायनान्शियल बर्डन कांयच नासतना एट प्रेझेंट तरी आमी ऑपरेशन कंप्लीट करपाचें आसा.
So the contaminated naphtha का naphtha pure naphtha?
It is a two type of naphtha is available in two different tanks, which is one is in pure naphtha and one is in contaminated naphtha.
So pure naphtha.
Reacting on the recent incident at Porvorim station by the street providence, drag President Avelino D'sa has condemned the action for parading the homeless and helpless at the Porvorim police station. He further said that it is only exploitation of the people and that those supporting should take cognizance of the same. He blamed the street providence for making false allegation and baseless allegation against Avelino D'sa.
We strongly condemn the action of the street providence of parading homeless and helpless persons at the Porvorim police station yesterday to prove his innocence. This is nothing but exploitation of the homeless and the helpless, and we hope that the government as well as religious organizations which are supporting him will take cognizance of the same, because it is nothing but exploitation of the homeless and the helpless. We would like to clarify that we are not against his activities or against what he is doing for the homeless and for the beggars, but we are against the illegalities that are being conducted and the illegalities and ill treatment which is being meted out to persons with mental illness by keeping them in a cage, which is illegal under the Mental Health Act 2017. We have been getting lots of calls after we have made this complaint regarding where are we going to keep, where are the homeless going to be kept after in case the street providence closes down. We would like to state that it is the duty of the state government to look after the homeless and the helpless and the mentally ill and the persons with disabilities, and the NGOs are only there to give a helping hand to the state government to follow the rules and regulations of the state if they want to run an institution for the underprivileged in Goa. Mr. Donald Fernandez of Street Providence has been making very many false and baseless allegations against me on social media, and I have taken up this matter with my lawyers, and my lawyers will be sending him a legal notice on the same in connection with a defamation suit for making false and outrageous statements against me on social media. With regard to the allegations of the street providence of trespass and uploading photos of the inmates, I request the street providence to please go ahead with their threat of making threat of filing a police complaint with me in this regard. Allegations that we have not done anything with regard to the Sulabh toilets. We have taken up this. We would like to know what has Street Providence done with regard to the Sulabh toilet since the last 2 years of their existence. We may not have done anything with regard to the Sulabh toilets, but what has the Street Providence done with regard to the Sulabh toilets to see that the facilities are provided for the homeless? And I would also like to tell all those people who are supporting the keeping of mentally ill persons in a cage please do not treat this as a light matter, because this is a very serious issue, and the Mental Health Act as well as the Persons with Disability Act is very strict on treatment of mentally ill persons as well as persons with disability, with as India is a signatory to the UN Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities. If you are supporting street providence action of keeping mentally ill persons in a cage, we request you to please give it to us in a writing, so that we can also file the same, we can hold you responsible for abatement to the crime, we can hold you responsible for abatement to the crime.
Video journalist Sahil Mandrekar from Panjim for HCN.
Aldona MLA Glen Ticklo informed that 6 BUNDS in Aldona constituency need to be strengthened so that the agricultural activity can be taken up on a large scale. Ticklo was commenting on the incident of the recent breach of a BUND at Porvorim, wherein paddy crop on 45 hectares of field got submerged.
आता जाल्ल्या कयार ह्या वादळाक लागून 1-2-3 दीस मोठ्या प्रमाणात हांगा पावस पडलो. तर वादळ आमच्या किनाऱ्या कडल्यान पयस सरकले म्हणटना जरी 2-3 दीस पावस पडलो तरी बाकीची चड हानी आमच्या ह्या भागांत जावंक ना. पण जे तयार जाल्ले भात पीक जे आशिल्ले ते थोड्या भागांत आमकां नुकसानी दिसून आयल्या, आनी चडशा भागांत ज्या भागांत आमी उदक सांठून उरले फुडें ते तुटूंक ना, उदक भायर सरवंक ना, अशे थोडे भाग जे आसा थंय थोडे पॅच अशे जे आसा त्या भागांत आमकां लॉस दिसून येता. सो अशे पावसाक लागून जे लॉस जाला ते सादारण 50 ते 60 हेक्टर एरिया, म्हणजे आमी आतां काल आनी आयज सर्वे केला त्या प्रमाणे 50 ते 60 हेक्टर एरियान थोड्या गांवांनी थोड्या भागांत जाला. म्हणजे एखाद्या शेतकाराची जर समजा 2000 स्क्वेअर मिटर आसा जाल्यार तातूंत एक 200-250 स्क्वेअर मिटर सकयल असो जो भाग आसा थंय नुकसान जाल्लें आसा. सो टोटल ओवरऑल सगळ्या भारतांतले पळयत जाल्यार एक 50-60
आमचे पोडवल गांवांत आमचे खाजन पोडवल खाजन आसा ते बी म्हाका निरोप मेळ्ळो, म्हाका फोन आयले की ते खावटे पडून ते खूब लोकांक त्रास जाले असो करून इमिजिएटली आनी आमचो तो मेंबर आसा मेंबरान बी वल्लपान म्हाका पयलीं कॉन्टेक्ट करून ताका सांगलें ते काम तांच्यांनी ऑलरेडी सुरू केला की ते भरून घेवचें म्हणून ते मिशनरी बी लावन म्हाका कॉन्टेक्ट करून आमी मिशनरीचे अरेंजमेंट बी केले, JCB बी हे करून आमी ते खावटे बंद करपाचें ऑलरेडी आमी तें काम चालू केल्लें आसा. आमचे आसनय काजनान थी खूब लोकांक शेतकऱ्यांक प्रॉब्लेम जाले आसा, कित्याक ते आमचे स्लूइस गेट आसा पळय थी ते स्लूइस गेट एक्चुली 3-4 पाटी ते आमी गेट आमी ते दार घातलेले आनी आमचे थ्रू एग्रीकल्चर डिपार्टमेंट थ्रू मामलादार एग्रीकल्चर डिपार्टमेंट ती कोणाक दार मोडून उडयता. एंड ह्या पाटी भरपूर पावस पडलेलो आसा आनी त्या खातीर तांच्यांनी ते आसा ते दार मोडटा म्हणून तांच्यांनी दार ते बंद केले. पूण मागीर खूब शेतकरी म्हाका फोन केलो आनी ते उपरांत हांवें रिक्वेस्ट करून आमचो ऑफ सॉयल कन्जर्वेशन रंगाराजू ताका रिक्वेस्ट करून आमी ते दार ओपन जाले की ते उदक सोडूंक जालें नाल्यार शेतां आमची पिड्यार जावपाची.
Video journalist Prakash Gadekar from Naptha for HCN.
Jai Damodar Association had demanded the state government to show the video clipping of HSRP regarding security to the vehicles. They have pointed out that several vehicles have been registered in Pondicherry, which is of great concern. He also urged the government to keep constant vigilance on borders to check the vehicles' registration.
सरकारान परत स्टार्ट केला हाय सेक्युरिटी रजिस्ट्रेशन नंबर प्लेट घालपाक कंपल्सरी म्हणून. तेन्ना हांव सरकाराक विचारूंक पळयतां तूं हाय सेक्युरिटी नंबर प्लेट घालपाक आमचे कसलेच प्रॉब्लेम ना, पुणून म्हाका सरकारान दाखोवपा जाय ते नंबर प्लेटीक हाय सेक्युरिटी कितें आसा म्हणटा ती पयलीं दाखोवपा जाय. ताका चीप आसा जाल्यार दाखोवपा जाय, आनी चीप आशिल्ले जाल्यार ते तुगेले खांब्याचेर कॅमेरे जर आसा जाल्यार ते दाखोवपा जाय, ते चीप चॅक करपाचें. दुसरी गोश्ट आमच्या गोंयांत बॉर्डरी आसात, आमच्या गोंयांत बॉर्डरी आसात पोळे मोलें पत्रादेवी आनी अनमोड ह्यो ज्यो पळय बॉर्डरीज आसात त्या बॉर्डरीचेर हांगेलो CCTV कॅमेरा ना. तांगेल्यो ज्यो पळय बॉर्डरीची ज्यो पळय गेटी आसात त्यो पण डे एंड नायट वायड ओपन आसतात. कोणी यो कोणी वच थंय कोण बरयना, खंयची गाडी भितर सरता खंयची गाडी भायर सरता हें कांयच थंय बरोवप ना. आनी सरकार आमकां सांगता हाय सेक्युरिटी नंबर प्लेट घाल म्हूण हांव सरकाराक विचारूंक सोदतां तुजी बॉर्डरी कडेन सेक्युरिटी पयलीं दवर आनी मागीर ते हाय सेक्युरिटी विचार कर. तिसरी गोश्ट गोंयांक आज तुमी पळयात PY नंबरच्यो गाडयो दिश्टी पडटा. पोंडिचेरी रेजिस्ट्रेशन व्हडल्यो व्हडल्यो गाडयो पोंडिचेरी रेजिस्ट्रेशनाच्यो गाडयो गोंयांक ओपन भोंवतात. ह्यो पोंडिचेरीच्यो गाडयो रेजिस्टर जाल्यो कश्यो एंटायर गोंया भितर जवळ जवळ हांव सोबे बांदार सांगता 40% ते 60% गाडयो ज्यो पळय रेजिस्टर जाल्यात ऑल ओवर ऑफिसीस सब ऑफिसीस ऑफ रेजिस्ट्रेशन ऑथॉरिटी इन द स्टेट ऑफ गोवा सगळे फेक डॉक्युमेंटेशनाचे जाल्ले आसात. द पर्चेजर्स ऑफ व्हेकल्स आर द रेजिडेंट्स ऑफ आउटसायड गोवा स्टेट. somehow by giving bribe they have registered the vehicles in Goa. लोकांचेर पेज घालनाका हाय सेक्युरिटी म्हणून. तुमची सेक्युरिटी कितें आहा म्हणटा ती पयलीं दाखयात. आज गोंयांत तुमी पळयात वत ती इलिगलिटी वत ती चरस मेळटा गांजा मेळटा. इवन जेली भितर मोबायल फोन वतात आनी चरस आनी गांजा जेलां भितर मेळटा. आनीक तुमी लोकांक गाडयांक सेक्युरिटी म्हूण कितें म्हूण सांगता म्हण तें म्हाका सरकारान सांगचें. हें पयलीं सगळें बंद करात. ह्यो सगल्यो गाडयो रेजिस्टर जाल्या तितल्यो पयलीं चॅक करात whether the owner is staying in there at the given address or not, whether the documents are submitted at the time of registration in the RTO office are fake or genuine. हें पयलीं चॅक करात आनी मागीर त्यो हाय सेक्युरिटी नंबर प्लेटी घालात. आनी दुसरी गोश्ट आमकां हाय सेक्युरिटी व्हिडिओ रिकॉर्डिंग दाखया तुमी बाब ताका सेक्युरिटी कितें आसा आनी ती गाडी जर कितें जर एंटी सोशियल एलिमेंट्सान वापरली जाल्यार ती कशें धरतले खंय ट्रेस जातली कितें करतली हें सगळें आमकां पयलीं दाखयात. ओगी नंबर प्लेट घाली म्हूण जायना.
Video journalist Sahil Mandrekar from Panjim for HCN.
Drishti lifeguards who are demanding regular salaries and basic facilities are now contemplating on forming a union to fight for their rights. Drishti lifeguards feel that injustice is being done to the Goan Drishti lifeguards who are risking their lives on coastal belt. Their main demand is to provide them timely salaries and basic benefits.
लायफ गार्डाचो जो इश्यू आसा ताजेर एक मिटींग आपयल्ली आसा आनी बेजिकली सगळ्यांक खबर आसतलें की हे लायफ गार्ड आसा गोंयच्या सगळ्या बिचांचेर जे सर्विसीस दिता. दृश्टी ह्या कंपनीच्या अंडर ते काम करता. पूण जाला कितें त्यांचो इश्यू एक बरोच म्हणजे तेंचेर खूब अन्याय ह्या कंपनीन केल्लो आसा. बेजिकली तेंचो पगार वेळच्या वेळार मेळना, तांकां बोनस ना, सादी तांकां ऑन ड्युटी तांकां उदकाची बाटली सुद्दां ते प्रोवायड करना. जे कितें इक्विपमेंट जाय आसता ते तांकां अवेलेबल जायना आनी इतल्या वर्स्ट कंडिशनान सुद्दां ते काम करता आनी लोकांचे जीव वाचयता. पूण ही कंपनी आसा आनी गव्हर्मेंटा कडेन सुद्दां आमी आतां कितलेशेच हे कॉरस्पॉन्डन्स केलें जाल्यार सरकार तेची जबाबदारी घेवपाक तयार ना. तो म्हणटा तुमी आनी दृश्टी कंपनी पळयात. गव्हर्मेंट इज पेईंग टू दृश्टी कंपनी. इनडायरेक्टली सगळी जबाबदारी आसा ती सरकाराची आसा आनी सरकारान हाजेर तोडगो काडपाचो आसता मध्यस्थी करून.
गोंयच्या दृश्टी आस्थापनाच्या कामगारांचो जो विशय गेली कितलेशेच वर्सां हांगासर प्रलंबीत उरलेलो आसा. सरकारान ताका जे सोल्युशन काडपाक जाय, जे सरकारान आपले कर्तव्य त्या संदर्भात बजावपाक जाय आसले त्या गजालीच्या बाबतींत सरकार कमी पडलेलो आसा. आनी ताका लागून हे भुरगे रस्त्यार आसात कितलेशेच आतां वर्सां म्हटल्यार जाता आमी. एका सायडीन ते समुद्राच्या लाटां बरोबर खवळलेल्या समुद्राच्या लाटां बरोबर संघर्श करून दुसऱ्यांचो जीव वाटयताच आपले कुटुंब जे आसा वाचोवपाचो त्यांचो एक प्रयत्न चालू आसा. परंतु ह्या सगळ्या प्रयत्नान आपले कुटुंब किंवा आपली नोकरी जी अतिशय महत्वाची आसा. कामगार हो प्रामुख्याने म्हणजे दाम मेळटा म्हणूनच काम करीत आसता. पण काम करीत आसतना सुद्दां तेची कळत नकळत प्रमाणे त्याचो जो समाजातलो जो सहभाग आसता हो समाजातलो सहभाग अतिशय महत्वाचो आसता.
मेन म्हणटा तो अजून तरी सरकाराचेर दबाव येवूं ना. कित्याक काय म्हणल्यार कितलेशे ड्रावनींग चालू आसा आनी पेपराचेरूय येना, हेजो रिकॉर्ड येना. आनी दुसरी गोश्ट म्हणल्यार ह्या खंय तरी लोकशाही हुकुमशाही चल्ला हेजे क्लियर कट एग्जाम्पल म्हणटा ते आयज लायफ गार्डाचेर जाला ते अत्याचार. ते तुका बंगले गाडी मागना पूण तांकां पेमेंट इन्क्रिमेंट तांकां बोनस ते सगळे सोडात. ते वताभराचें काम करता पूण तांकां उदकाची बॉटली मेळना. ते वताभराचें काम करतात इनडायरेक्टली. पळोवपाक गेल्यार पुलीस एम्ब्युलन्स जे काम करता पळय लोकांक हेल्प करपाचें तें काम ते करतात. आनी आयज 21वो काय 22वो दीस लायफ गार्ड हांगा ना बिचीचेर. आनी सरकाराक कांयच पडून गेलें ना. सरकार तांकां आपुणूय विचारना किंवा सरकार तेंचे दुबाय घालना. ना म्हणल्यार 450 गोंयकार भुरगे घरान तेंचे कांय सिजना आयचे दिसा सरकाराक कांय पडोनूच ना. ते म्हणटा आमी आउटसोर्स केला म्हणटकच गोंयकाराक तुमी अशेच रस्त्यार.
Video journalist Prakash Gadekar from Naptha for HCN.
Let's take a short break. We'll be back soon. Till then, please stay tuned. Welcome back. Having been granted permission by the High Court, the state government has done the allocation of beach shacks across the state. Shacks were allocated through the lottery system in the presence of the applicants. Speaking to media, President of Shack Owners Association Cruz Cardozo hailed government for holding free and transparent manner in allocation of the shacks.
Ice department and allotment of the lottery dole ice. I as a president of all Goa Shack Owner Welfare Society, I am very happy. Everything has been done transparently, and we are happy with what the process department has done. So it has been done properly. There is no issue, nothing. In South Goa, 109 shares.
These are only beach checks. There was allegation from some of the shack owners that some people are getting the lots or the allotment at the same place continuously. So what do you have to say about it?
No, they are going lottery, no? See, if it is lottery, nobody can blame anybody. It has been done, you were inside, it has been done transparently. If I am getting lottery for maybe 100 years, if it is a lottery, you cannot blame anyone. So those who are complaining, they must be, ungrateful to someone. They must have done something wrong to someone. So that's why they are paying it. Am I right? Yeah. It is lottery, no? Now nobody can complain because even if I get it for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, nobody can complain.
Now this allotment is for this year?
No, 3 years.
3 years.
This has been done for 3 years.
Video journalist Alfred Fernandez from Margao for HCN.
In its meeting held in South Goa led by the South Goa Collector Ajit Roy, discussed the direction issued by the NGT on solid waste management and wet waste management to follow the list of directions which needs to be followed at rural areas in order to handle garbage at Panchayat level. Main motive is to have every village their own garbage management system in place.
Honorable NGT has given certain directions for solid waste management and liquid waste management, wet waste management also in all the areas, rural as well as urban. So every 15 days, collector takes a monitoring meeting with all the chief officers as well as with the BDOs. There is a list of directions and we have to ensure that that direction was given in the month of February itself, and within 1 year period all the local bodies had to ensure 100% door-to-door waste collection and scientific disposal of wet garbage as well as dry garbage. There are many steps involved in that. In last 5-6 months, we have been holding this meeting continuously every 15 days and we have seen some progress. Each and every village has to identify garbage management site. Almost all the villages have identified those sites, and the process of setting up MRF as well as wet waste treatment biodigesters, that is also in the process. It will take some time, maybe a couple of months, but very soon we will have a network of such waste management sites in the South Goa district as well as in North Goa district also. And at the same time, there is direction from Honorable High Court for management of C&D waste, plastic waste, biomedical waste, etc. So I coordinate, this is the duty of collector to coordinate with all the chief officers and BDOs so that all these directions are implemented in a time bound.
So regarding this,
as I said, NGT guidelines came at the beginning of this year.
Okay.
So it's been 9 to 10 months.
But the High Court guidelines are very...
High Court guidelines are also there. So now all these guidelines have been compiled together. Okay. And we are taking monitoring for implementation of all the guidelines. And Pollution Control Board has to ensure that these sites which are identified by village panchayats comply to all those specifications. Okay. Sometimes it might happen that sites which have been identified, those are not complying with those specifications. In that case, we means village panchayats will have to identify some other site.
Video journalist Alfred Fernandez from Margao for HCN.
All the rubbish discarded in the Mandavi river gets accumulated at the ferry wharf on the Betam and Panjim sides, giving the onlookers an ugly sight and displaying the decadence of the Mandavi river in spite of the beautiful and scenic view from afar. One of the citizens of Miramar, Avelino D'sa, has showed concern over the matter. An active concerned citizen from Miramar, Avelino D'sa, has appealed the concerned authorities to look into this matter and do the needful. He pointed out that the capital city, which has ferry services, is used by thousands of people daily, and he has highlighted the condition by writing his point of view on Citizen Herald. And this is what he wrote. Our government officials who are sent on regular foreign jaunts have certainly observed the cleanliness maintained in foreign countries, and they could very well take up the measures to have our rivers and shores in super clean conditions. Just using the slogan of Swachh Bharat without showing any work on the ground is a blatant display of hypocrisy. Multi-level car parking near the Panjim bus stand, constructed by the state government at an estimated cost of Rs 20.44 crore, was the need of the hour, as Panjim city was getting congested with no parking space available. The concerned citizen Anthony Fernandez has said that why are the people not wanting to park their vehicles in the multi-level parking? What is the reason car commuters do not want to park their vehicles in the multi-level parking? No immediate transport to ferry them to the city after parking their vehicles in the area from the city. But now, with the CCP coming up with the pay parking fees for vehicles parked in the Panjim city, one should now park their vehicles inside the parking area. The government should start shuttle minibus services which should ferry only those people who have parked their vehicles inside the parking area. With this innovative idea, GTDC will generate more income, the commuters will get parking place in multi-level parking, and there will be less traffic congestion in the city. The newly constructed Mala Bridge, bypassing the main Newgi Nagar road till Sinari's petrol pump and further to other areas, is cutting the distance short to reach the bus stand and to the government departments. The dirt, unhygienic appearing scrapyard by its side, which is an eyesore to the people. One of the concerned citizens, Luis Carlos from Santa Cruz, has expressed concern over the matter through the Citizen Herald column. He expressed saying the shocking and dangerous open gutter on the right side of the petrol pump opposite to the scrapyard, which needs immediate attention and action to cover up with cemented blocks to avoid casualties. To this effect, the concerned government department should inspect the public affected areas such as this and the road approaching to Mala Bridge, which needs urgent hot mixing for safe riding and driving to avoid any casualties. That's all we have for now. For more news and entertainment, keep watching HCN. Till then, take care and goodbye.